Alright. Otherkin. Sort of already made a video on this, but it's kind of gone now. So, but on Otherkin, the basic definition for someone who is Otherkin is someone who believes that they possess a non-human soul and or they once lived a non-human past life. Someone who is Otherkin does not believe that their physical body is not human. And they also generally do not believe that they can somehow shapeshift into another creature. Now, one definition I've heard of Otherkin that is just wrong is that they are people who identify as animals. This is wrong, because Otherkin is an umbrella term, and it means all non-human, not just animals. Second off, just simply saying Otherkin identify as animals or identify as non-human doesn't work. Because when you say they identify... My cat's scratching the shit out of something over there. When you say they just identify as an animal, everyone assumes that that means that they think they're physically an animal, which is not true. That's why the definition is very specifically that they believe they possess a non-human soul or had a non-human past life, or. That's why it has to be specifically that. Because otherwise people think, oh, they physically believe they're an animal, which they don't. I believe it's lycanthropy. I can't remember how to pronounce it. I don't think I have it written down either. That's an actual medical condition where the person actually believes that they are physically a wolf or something along those lines. It's an actual medical condition. It's a mental disorder. It is not Otherkin. They're not the same thing. Otherkin do not believe they are physically non-human. Every single Otherkin knows and addresses the fact that, yeah, they have a human body. That's actually a very frequent thing you'll see if you go onto Tumblr and look up Otherkin. You'll see a fair amount of posts about taking care of your human body. This is the body you've got now. Make sure to take care of it. You're a human being. Stuff like that. And it's really, really hilarious when you do run into one that's been made by someone who's trying to troll and insult Otherkin. And then you look at all the Otherkin who've blogs. It's like, yeah, I know we're human. We all know we're human. You're a fucking idiot if you don't think we know we're human. Which is just simply the way it is. So Otherkin, they know they're human beings right now. They're just saying that they don't think their soul is human or that they had a non-human past life. And Otherkin is, again, it's a big umbrella term. It covers angelkin, dragonkin, fictionkin, factkin, wolfkin, catkin, elfkin, a whole bunch of different things. Otherkin is an umbrella term. Kind of in the same way that queer gets used as an Otherkin. Oh my god. That queer gets used as an umbrella term. Oh my god. But of course, queer is only used as an umbrella term by people who are queer. Otherkin is just kind of being thrown around by everybody. But I guess the biggest subsections of Otherkin is like fictionkin, factkin, and then you've got like the divinitykins. You get the divinikins, and then you have like the animalkins. Those, I guess, are the more big subsets, subgroups and whatnot of Otherkin, but Otherkin is the general umbrella term. So, I guess, definitions out of the fucking way. I see it a lot of hate on Otherkin pretty much everywhere, especially here on YouTube. Which, actually, I think it's kind of fucking stupid and annoying. Like, it makes about as much sense shitting on someone for believing they're Otherkin as it does as shitting for someone and believing in heaven. Both of them are spiritual beliefs. Because that's what Otherkin is. It's a spiritual belief, ultimately. So, if you think Otherkin is fucking stupid, then you must also think that Buddhism and Christianity is fucking stupid because, oh, they believe in, like, past lives in heaven? Oh no, they've got a mental disorder. So, just hating on Otherkins purely because they think their soul and whatnot isn't human is fucking stupid. Fucking stupid. And another thing I see a lot when it comes to people hating on Otherkin is them completely misunderstanding what an Otherkin means when they're making a post. Like, there'll be a post talking about, within Angelkin, they'll be talking about wing pain, or how their wings are, like, really hurting them today, or something like that. And someone will go off, you don't really have wings, how could your wings possibly be hurting you? What the fuck's wrong with you? And this is where the notion of phantom limbs comes in. A lot of Otherkin note that they have phantom limbs or phantom pains. If you don't know what a phantom limb is, it's like, say you got your arm chopped off, and every so often you would feel like your arm was still there and it would hurt and stuff. Otherkin, or angelkin, and specifically right now with this conversation with wings, will experience them with their wings, basically. It's like a limb that was once there that no longer is there, and they still feel like pain from it. But it's not quite the same because it's like a past life memory pain. It's basically like that. So they're like talking about a phantom limb kind of a thing. They're not talking about them actually having actual real life wings in their human body. None of them are talking about that. It's the same when they're talking about they can feel their tail swishing or their ears twitching. They're talking about basically phantom limbs, phantom ears, that stuff. They're not claiming that they have an actual physical fucking tail. So that there is a misunderstanding I see on the anti-otherkin side. It's just that simple misunderstanding. And I know one area where people shit on otherkin is just simply because a lot of them believe that secondary fake bullshit definition that otherkin believe they're actually physically not human, which is stupid. As I've said, that's not true. And on shitting on otherkin in general, there's really no reason to. They're just people living their lives believing what they believe. There's no reason to shit on them for it at all. Like, how are they hurting you? I mean, they're not even hurting society as a whole or anything. They're not hurting anyone. So I don't know why anyone would go out of their way to be pissed off about it and attack people over something that isn't hurting anyone or anything at all. Like, why are you bothering to hate these people? They're doing nothing wrong. Like, at all. And it's also kind of a bit of live and let live. Like, so long as you're not hurting other people, do whatever the fuck you want. Believe whatever the fuck you want. I don't care, just don't hurt people. And that's the way otherkin should be seen too, is let them believe whatever the hell they want to believe, as long as they're not running around hurting people. I think probably, like, the only area that I kind of see any amount of understandability on trashing on otherkin, which doesn't even actually work if you really think about it, is when people are talking about the term trans species, or species dysphoria. No actual otherkin uses those words. None of them do. The only ones who use those words are actual trolls that are trying to make otherkin look bad, because there's a shit ton of trolls that pretend to be otherkin to try and make otherkin look bad. It's very common, actually, which is kind of sad. But no otherkin is calling themselves trans species, or claiming they have species dysphoria for the most part. Because, well, a lot of them are LGBT friendly and realize that trans species, not only does that not make any fucking sense for an otherkin to claim to have, or claim to be, it's also insulting to transgendered people. Because a person's soul is not the same thing. So trans species is just a stupid term that otherkin don't use. Same with species dysphoria. Otherkin don't use that term. Because, well, it's a stupid term, and no one uses it seriously. And I guess, again, with the whole trolls pretending to be otherkin to make otherkin look bad, there is kind of some, I guess, flashing red signs that this is what you're dealing with, is if the person claims to be, like, sofakin. If someone is claiming to be sofakin, they're a fucking troll. Just completely. Because, again, otherkin is believing that you have a soul or a past life that was non-human, but it's a being. You cannot be otherkin with a couch. Or an attack helicopter. You can't be that. No otherkin is going to claim to be that. The only people who claim to be those things are trolls. Especially with the attack helicopter one, but I'm pretty sure everyone knows that term by now. The whole attack helicopter thing. It's the same with plantkin. I have never encountered or heard of anyone genuinely being or believing they're actually plantkin. The only time I've ever seen anyone claim to be plantkin is when they're trying to troll. So, generally, if someone's claiming they're plantkin, they're probably trolling the fuck out of you. Because generally, otherkin apply to beings. You know, things that have true sentience. Can walk around and things like that. Animals, mythological creatures, that kind of stuff. So, yeah. So, I guess my thing with otherkin is don't shit on them just because they're otherkin. There's no reason to. And shitting on them just because they're otherkin is fucking stupid. I mean, like, You're accomplishing nothing by hating on someone because of their kin type. And look out for trolls. There's a lot of pretend otherkins who are just trying to troll the fuck out of people and make otherkin look bad. There's a lot of them. An excessive amount. And people keep falling for them, and it's kind of annoying. And also, this is one of the other things I've seen get brought up a couple times, is that otherkin are an insult to LGBT, and that otherkin are trying to claim to be LGBT, which is just ridiculous and silly. I don't know how the hell otherkin would be insulting to LGBT, unless somehow all religious beliefs and spiritual beliefs are also insulting to LGBTQ+, etc. So, what the fuck with that one? And the whole, they're trying to become part of the LGBT community, that's just plain old false. There's no otherkins that are actually trying to become part of the LGBT community and have otherkin be part of the LGBT community. But a lot of otherkin are actually LGBT. So a lot of them aren't straight, aren't cisgender. There's a lot of them that aren't. I think this is especially true with the angelkin community. I think there's an awful lot of panromantic asexuals and agendered people in the angelkin community. So there's a lot of LGBT folks in the otherkin community, but the otherkin community is not in and of itself an LGBT community, because otherkin is not part of LGBT, and no otherkin is going to claim that it is. There's that. And I guess on otherkin Discord that I recently saw, well, not too recently, it was like last month or so, was on the thing that was deemed Otherkin Pride Month. And then it became Otherkin Pride Week, then it became Otherkin Awareness Week, then it became Anti-Anti Week, and it was just a shit show because everyone kept getting pissed off claiming that it was ripping off the LGBT community, which I just think is silly. The LGBT community does not own having a Pride Week or a Pride Day. So, but that's another topic for something else. So, otherkin, there's nothing wrong with them. There's no reason to shit on them. Shitting on them just kind of makes you look like an asshole. Well, more so a douchebag. Assholes can be at least somewhat decent. Douchebags are just douchebags. So, otherkin are more than welcome on my channel as far as I'm concerned. Don't know why they wouldn't be. And, yeah, I mean, I guess if you are an otherkin who watches my shit, then if you feel comfortable, feel free telling what your kin type is.